Warning, the following is entirely satirical and should not be taken as truth or fact. Styles Rebel Radio and the Rebel Podcast do not own any copyrighted material that may be included in this broadcast. Viewer discretion is advised.
My Uwu McNuggets.
Yeah, dude, the Uwu McNuggets.
Suspend the show right now!
You're gonna zipline directly into the harpoon?
Yeah.
What do you know about planes?
I know a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude, it's gonna suck.
Put your hand on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore.
Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio. We're saving the underground music scene. To my right is Shane.
Hey, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Hello.
I'm radio's Rebel DJ Style. And it's just another normal day on the Rebel Radio Show. There's nothing. Yeah.
Nothing too special going on here today, alright, guys?
No,
Definitely
nothing out of the
not.
ordinary.
Right.
Same old shit.
Yeah.
New week.
Yeah, it's nothing. We have not been here
Planes.
for a very
Yeah.
long time or nothing.
Kanye.
Elon.
Yeah.
Planes.
All right, well, next week on the Rebel Radio Show, we're celebrating 200 episodes of the Rebel Radio Show today. And
That was Blue's Clues. He's here.
I guess he did do that, right?
That was what he did.
What did he do that when he found a clue, or was it mail?
Maybe it was a clue. I haven't watched Blue's Clues in quite some time.
You should really catch up.
Probably about 20 years.
You should really catch up on it, you know?
That's one of the only things that I can say. It's been about 20 years since I've done that.
Watch Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
What about Bob the Builder?
Maybe like shit my pants and watch Blue's Clues.
Shane,
And eat applesauce all at the same time.
you and I
It's
know.
definitely been about 20 years since I've done something like that.
It's been 20 years since I shit my pants watching Blue's Clues while eating applesauce.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same.
I'm in about that age range.
We are that age range where we can add 20 years to things.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
about 20 years.
It's been about 20 years since I, shit my pants and was watching Blue's Clues regularly.
Can't relate. It's been about 20 years since we started this fucking show.
Oh, God.
It's been almost 5.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's been 4. We've been to a couple different places, a couple different studios, a couple
Traveled.
different stations.
Across the country.
Yeah. Travel across the country. We're
Across the world.
Davenport, Iowa, of course.
We've been in the woods.
We have been in the
We've
woods.
been in the woods.
Yeah. We've been outside.
Oh, we
you been
touched
outside?
grass.
We did touch grass at one point. What'd you say?
I said, have you been outside?
No, I've never been outside actually. But we've done some stuff. So I figured we just kind of recap some of the favorite stories or moments or things we've talked about. We've got some voicemails to play from you, the listener. If you want to text in live, you can always do that as well. 216-859-8699. I did find out, and I guess I knew this, but we talk a lot about like the fact that we pretty much forget everything we talk about every week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
it's in one ear. We talk about it for 15 minutes or half an hour, and then it's out the other.
And like there's a handful of things where I can remember, like conspiracies. I remember the conspiracies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are easy ones
Definitely
to
like
remember.
the bigger topics where it's like 'cause-
Afro Man.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, Afro Man's Gate. I do remember that. So like,
Yeah,
there's
Afro
a
Man's
handful.
Gate.
The New Jersey pasta.
Yeah.
There's a handful of ones that I'll remember, and I always will. But there's also some that like Jules will bring up, and I'm like, we never talked about that, did we? Or I can't tell you what we talked about 2 weeks. Hell, I can barely remember what we talked about last week.
Yeah. Right.
I'm actually really trying to remember what we talked
That
about last
Subway.
week.
That lady at Subway.
Oh, that's right, the
Oh.
sandwich.
The
That was
sandwich.
yeah,
That was the $1,000 sandwich.
probably
Yeah.
something with AI.
Hopefully she got her money back.
I think we did talk about AI last week.
I think we talked about
Something.
AI last week.
That seems about right.
But the point of the story
It's
here
up
is
Shane's alley.
Yeah.
very rarely do we actually like remember what we talk about on a short period. So
Right.
like I'm sure I knew this and I could have been reminded of. We used to have a different number for the show. We had a different number.
Don't ask
Mm.
me.
Yeah. No
I
idea.
don't know it, so I can't even give it out if I want to. I don't have access to
We
it either
had
way.
like 6 different outros, and I remember 3.
Well, we had a different number, and I only realized it because I listened back to episode 100, and we gave out a number, and I'm like, whose number is that? And it was a 440, I know that much, but I'm like, oh,
That's funny.
what number is this?
There was one time you gave out your dad's number.
That is true. But yeah, so if anyone like either went back and listened or like picked up during that period or something, then you've been texting that number. Sorry.
Don't.
Yeah.
I just thought like, because obviously if you're listening on the radio to the replays, there's a chunk of episodes in there that mention another station, and that's kind of inevitable. There have been like
Yeah.
190 episodes over there.
Can't avoid that.
Yeah. But like, what the station you're listening on, so you should be able to put 2 and 2 together. If you're picking up a podcast randomly and you hear me give out a number, you'd probably assume that's the number to text in.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
apologize if that was ever the
Yeah.
case.
They're probably still getting texts
I
for
hope.
us. Hopefully.
yeah,
Yeah.
I hope whoever got that number gets calls.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you guys need to shut the fuck up about Kanye. This dude just getting harassed.
The hell is Styles Rebel Radio?
216-859-8699 is the number to text in, though.
For
That's the
now.
one, yeah. For right now. We've had that one for about a year now, right? It's a little
Yeah.
over a year.
It's a good number too. I like it. We've talked about it off air, not the show, but just the place in our lives.
What, the phone number?
Yeah. 216-859-8699. Call in, text in.
I like it.
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue nice.
Yeah, it's good.
216-859-8699.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Jules, what do you think about that number?
It's got 69 in it.
It does. I literally have
Oh.
never noticed our
It's
number
got
has 69.
59 and 69.
Oh.
Okay.
216-859-8699 if you want to text in. Jules, you want to play a voicemail?
Sure.
Yeah, throw a voicemail in there. I don't know. Again, we're just kind of going to shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Talk about some episodes we do and don't remember. There's a lot that I didn't remember going back through.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
okay,
ready.
yeah, no, roll one.
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate the Rebel Radio Show on episode number 200. My favorite episode, well, it's when the show began because it's all been one great journey. Such great topical conversation, controversial conversation, and a lot of humor. It's what a podcast should be all about. 200 episodes. Wow, you're getting into Simpsons territory. And by that I mean the show, not O.J. Simpson or Jessica Simpson, though. I don't know. O.J., might be some great fodder for the podcast. Congratulations on number 200. Here's to a number 200 more, and no one referencing O.J. Simpson again.
We've talked about OJ a few times on the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, shout out OJ, I guess.
Well, we instantly blew that one.
We're getting into Simpson territory. Step into the Bronco. Let's go.
Dude, I'm always getting to OJ. We literally have a fucking bumper image for drive time that's just the OJ
Yeah.
Bronco on the
Yeah.
highway. So
Yeah. We're big OJ fans around here.
that was one of the first, before we went back to radio, that was one of the first shows I vividly remember is doing the OJ one. And I don't remember why we were talking. It might have been just because he got Twitter.
Yeah, I think we
No,
brought it up because
he went on record saying that he was scared of that he was sitting next to the person that did it.
I don't think that's why we started talking about him though.
I thought it was because he got Twitter.
Yeah.
The golf gloves, maybe.
Yeah, he recommended golf clubs as his first tweet.
Yeah.
But I think that's what that was. But I remember the OJ episode, and I don't know why, but I very vividly remember you were wearing a leopard print, zip up.
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know why I remember that so well, but that is what I remember.
Leopard print and OJ Simpson, very synonymous.
Yeah, they go together.
Yeah.
They go together like gloves and football players,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder.
No, I love OJ though. It's a fun conversation to talk about. He killed people. Well, he killed one person, maybe two.
The juice is on the loose.
Yeah.
Why would you say that,
Because he did. Because he pretty much did.
buddy?
They turned it into a race
Glove
case.
didn't fit.
They turned it into a race case
Glove
so that
didn't even fit.
he wouldn't get acquitted.
Glove didn't fit.
Yeah, I know.
So can't
know.
quit.
That's what they said. That's what OJ the murderer said.
OJ the murderer. He didn't. What was his book called? If I Did It.
Yeah, if I did it. Which is so
It's
again,
just
why are you?
taunting people.
Yeah, why are you doing that?
I always think about that time when he was doing that interview and he was like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr."
That's the best
Yeah.
OJ moment.
That's
we
horrible.
can't arrest him. He's such a meme. He did get arrested for what? Tax evasion or something?
Yeah, it was like tax fraud or tax evasion or something
Dude.
like that. He did serve some jail time, but
It's-
not for. The
It's
murdering.
crazy how much tax shit will bring people down.
Yeah.
Was Al Capone got fucking busted for tax evasion after running the mob? And they
Yeah.
got him for not paying his fucking taxes? What the hell, dude?
They're on top of that tax shit, man. Death and taxes. Even if you're the mob.
So clearly OJ,
Or OJ Simpson.
yeah, or OJ Simpson. So clearly OJ stuck out for at least, that was Jeff, right? Was that
Yeah.
Jeff? So clearly OJ stuck out for Jeff. Thanks for the call, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
We talked about OJ a few times. He's one of our recurring
yeah, he was an early recurring thing. I think.
What, Elon, OJ, Kevin Nash, who else is on
Kanye.
Kanye comes up a
Yeah.
lot.
And then just AI, I think.
AI comes up a lot. Yeah.
Planes, things spilling onto, or like letting
Zuck.
loose onto
On the
road.
highway, yeah.
Anything on the highway that shouldn't be on the highway.
Yeah, we should have fucking compiled the whole list of all the things that have spilled on the highway that we talked about,
Mhm.
or like food in places it doesn't go, i.e.,
Yeah.
pasta in the New Jersey woods.
Pasta in the New Jersey woods is such a
Milk
classic.
in that river.
The river.
Yeah.
That was not too long ago. That was a couple weeks ago. We
Yeah.
talked
Yeah.
about the milk in the river. The pasta in the New
Yeah.
Jersey woods will always stick out to me.
Yeah, it wasn't what it was bad milk or something,
Yeah,
right?
it was like the spoiled milk or whatever.
because there's two kinds of milk. There's good milk and bad milk, and that was the bad milk.
Bad
And they-
the
milk.
bad milk runoff.
Yeah, they pumped the bad milk out, but that drain got like broken and
Yeah, it
went
was
into like
clogged.
went
Bad
into-
Milk is that song by Sublime, right?
I think.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. It's oh man, what is it? Excess milk or so? Oh man,
It
It-
was called something gross. It was called like bad. I don't remember,
Gross
but-
milk?
Yeah, gross milk maybe.
yeah, it's just the milk that fucking
Popped
Can't
on
be
the search
used.
history.
honestly. We got banned a couple times in
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
different places.
Yeah.
I wish I had I wonder if I have the number. 249 locations we were banned from. Multiple occasions. We have officially been banned from Facebook now, by the way. So if you're watching the simulcast, you're watching on YouTube with us live on this Monday
YouTube.
evening. But yeah, no, we after 4 years we got officially banned off Facebook.
Hey, shit happens.
We kind of
Fuck you, Zuck.
3 years ago we were sitting here expecting to be banned from Facebook. So it's really not that much of a surprise.
Yeah.
I was expecting to be banned when we talked about the Pandora Papers.
We got shut down off. You're gonna have to watch the stream now. The Pandora Papers were a fun one because it wasn't even the conspiracy we were talking about. We had some other conspiracy. It was during October,
Yeah,
We
it's
had a
always
conspiracy.
during October.
and just as a side note, before we got into it, we brought up the Pandora Papers because they were in the news,
Yeah.
and we spent maybe 10 minutes, if that, talking about them.
Yeah.
And in that 10 minutes, the radio stream was down, the Facebook stream was down, crazy.
They're on us, man.
It's not coincidence that keeps happening.
They want us out.
You can't convince me that every time we talk about what were the JFK got us taken down.
Yeah, we've gotten
Yeah.
taken down for a couple things, but it's always during.
A conspiracy,
Yeah, it's
for
always
sure.
during
Yeah.
if it's not October, a conspiracy.
It's
at the
either
very
that
least.
or we were talking shit on Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
That's fair. Do you have a favorite conspiracy we've done?
Mm.
I know the SCP was a good one. I don't know if
Yeah.
we can put that in the conspiracy folder. I'll smack my mic out of the way real quick.
Easy.
The SCP was a fun one. We was it 77, episode 77, I think we did the SCP. You do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Yeah.
That was a really fun one to do.
I think Princess Diana was one for me because
Princess Diana was fun.
Princess Diana is like my Roman Empire.
Hang on, we got a text from Jake. OJ went back and stole some of his memorabilia. People stole and sold it without his permission, and they put that together with the tax stuff, and he went to jail.
Mm.
So he's not guilty of murder. He's guilty of theft and tax evasion. Okay?
You asshole.
Princess
MK,
Diana, though?
Yeah.
MK Ultra was pretty. That was pretty cool.
MK Ultra was a cool one.
Yeah, that was from this year.
I don't know why MH370 always stands out. Malaysian Airlines 370
Yeah.
of the plane that's just still missing somehow.
Yeah.
That's gone. The fuck happened there?
Nobody knows. That's the point.
We've
We
talked
gotta
about.
find it. We gotta go swim out and find it.
I'm convinced it never existed at this point.
You might be
You're
right.
telling me a plane disappears?
You might be right.
I don't know. We've covered a lot of conspiracies, though, right? We did Scientology.
Yeah.
Scientology
And the Catholic
was
Church.
fun.
Catholic Church too.
That
yeah,
one pissed a lot of people off.
Both of those were. That was a good time.
There's a certain collective that we go in on. Scientologist, we've gone in on a few times.
Yeah. It's just because Scientology is so funny and crazy and
Xenu.
yeah,
Xenu.
Xenu's a funny, the levels, and Tom Cruise is just a crazy character. He's just a kooky guy,
And they're all just eating it up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the thing too. It's I feel like it's obvious that there are members higher up who know that it's some kind of big ploy, and so
The
they
people
have to,
running it know it's a money
Right.
scheme.
but they have to make the people under them believe it, and then there are people who fuck with them. I don't know.
So it's a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid
yeah,
scheme.
it's a pyramid scheme.
Just like NFTs and crypto and all that shit. 216-859-8699. Let me know if you want to buy some Invigoron berries. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pidge, here to remind you that I have another show called Beyond Bounds. This is a show where we discuss controversial, philosophical, and scientific theories, such as the creation of the universe, wormholes, and other sort of things that you can submit your ideas into the Styles for Radio Discord page under the Beyond Bounds tab. I really think that you guys would enjoy it, and this is a community-based effort, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the future, coming in this next 2024, every other Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Papa, no!
Hey, been a while since you've heard from me. This is Jeff Stritch, and you can catch me on my new show, Strictly Stritch, on StylesRebelRadio.com or anywhere you get podcasts. Hey, that's right. New name, new podcast, new attitude. Listen, it'll be good.
The Artificial Intelligence Podcast is the only show written, voiced, and scored entirely by AI. All episodes are available now on StylesRebelRadio.com.
All right, campers, welcome back to the Rebel Podcast. For those of you who skipped forward, not cool, dudes.
Hello, it's me, Future Michael, from Michael and Jeremy Studio Podcast. Congratulations on your 200th episode. That's great. Wonderful. The 200's a lot. It's a lot. We haven't even hit 100 yet, but congratulations to you. I remember like it was yesterday stealing your podcast and taking it from you from the rooftop of your station, messing with electronics and technology to make it our own. It was a jaunty old time, but to you, Style and friends, good job on 200 episodes. Wonderful. Jolly good time. You guys are doing a great job talking about news and relevant stuff that's happening around everyone. We want to hear your takes. You do a great job. So thank you for doing 200 episodes of it. If it wasn't for you, then I wouldn't be so successful at Super Smash Bros. While I listen to your podcast. I miss you. You don't call me back anymore. Why is it that when I reach out, you deny me my wonderful time with you? I wish we could connect more. But 200 episodes, you're busy. You're doing episodes of your podcast. I understand. Anyway, I love you. Goodbye.
We love you too, Michael. Thanks for that voicemail.
That was pretty good. Hey, but at the end of the day, he did steal our podcast.
He did. That's the reason I don't call him back. Well,
Yeah.
that and he's probably
There
calling
was
the wrong
a
number.
little bit of
Yeah.
roof damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do a settlement.
Yeah, that was kind of...
We'll have to get
I
him.
mean, you know.
We'll have to get a mediator for that.
We do
We'll have
love
to
you,
get
though.
him back.
Yeah, we'll just have to take things from
Yeah.
him. Like his
Steal,
personal belongings.
theft,
Yes.
and burglary.
Yeah.
I'll wear my black and white striped suit with my black eye mask
See,
so that they don't know that it's me.
I like to throw him off by wearing a black and white striped suit that's vertical, so they just think I'm a referee. And then they're like, "Oh, the ref is here. We better
Well,
let him do his business."
Blow my whistle, give them a red card, take them to the penalty box.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to call you back, and I'm certainly not going to promote Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast on Spotify or Apple or anything like that.
Yeah, don't listen to that ever.
No. Why would you? You wouldn't even know where to find them.
Yeah, it's not on Spotify.
No.
Don't listen to it there.
216-859-8699 if you want to text in during the show today. Do you have any episodes or stories that stick out, just like in general?
Cocaine Cat.
Cocaine Cat?
Ooh, the Cocaine Cat was pretty crazy. I think just the whole saga of, I know this is going to sound cliche, but like the whole saga of Elon is pretty interesting to
And
me.
his brain chip.
Yeah, because we went from you bring it up, but
Yeah, good.
I definitely went from like an Elon fanboy. I thought that it was gonna be sick. I almost bought. He has a company called the Boring Club, and in like 2017, they released a flamethrower that was like a gun.
Yeah.
And I had it in my cart for like maybe 2 weeks, and I had the money to buy it, and I was just like, I don't know if a flamethrower showing up on my mom's doorstep would make her the happiest, you know? Like, I don't know if that'd be the best thing for me in the long run. So I never ended up getting it, but I should have. But like, I used to love Elon is the point. That was his company. He just like dropped it on Twitter one day, and I wanted it so badly. And I used to love him. And now I think that he is an evil person who has too much money.
Well,
That's just my opinion. But
So I went back and listened to episode 100, and we talked about Elon because that week we did episode 100. He bought 9.2% stock in Twitter.
yeah.
And we, in episode 100, said, so he's probably just going to buy it out, right? This is probably just going to be the way it goes. He's going to own it all. Look who owns Twitter now.
Yeah.
So we kind of called that. We're pretty clairvoyant here.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. I always think, personally, of stealing the Akron Bridge.
Oh,
The bridge was
The
another
bridge theft
crazy
is a good one.
Yeah.
The fact that someone took a bridge, didn't even like really disassemble it because they found it 2 weeks later in someone's yard, pretty much still assembled.
I like the what was the one about the ball that rolled away in England? That big glass.
The art.
It wasn't glass. What was it? I forget what.
It was a mirror ball.
Yeah, it was a fucking mirror, and it rolled away, and it like rolled down the street or something like that, and
Yeah.
it banged into cars.
So there were 4 of them. It was part of an exhibit.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be like stacked on top of each other so they couldn't move.
Yeah.
But in reality, they were just like essentially big balloons that were covered in like a mirror coating.
Yeah.
And the wind fucking blew them away.
That shit's imagine, just working your 9-to-5 job or whatever, and seeing a giant mirror ball floating down the street, smacks into your car. What the fuck? What am I gonna tell my insurance agent, dude?
Do you
The
remember?
balls hit me.
Do you remember the house that was built on bowling balls?
I
Wait.
vaguely remember that.
What?
I remember the house that had Fireball in the walls.
Yeah, I remember that.
That
I
wasn't
remember
too
that.
long ago. But there was a house that I'm not sure if it was in this country or not, but it was they found out that the whole foundation was like all bowling balls.
That's such a terrible. It vaguely sounds familiar.
Yeah, that sounds like something that we would
Yeah,
definitely.
it sounds like a Rebel Radio show.
That sounds
topic.
like
Yeah.
sounds like a very typical podcast.
I don't
That sounds like-
remember a whole lot more of it.
So-
just that the house was.
That's the thing. We've talked about so much stuff.
Yeah.
We've talked about think about it.
6 topics a week for 200 shows.
Right. That's a lot of shit. And usually it's all not to toot our fucking horns, but it's some pretty good shit, you know? We're
Yeah.
talking about some cool shit on the regular. So it's just hard to remember everything, you know?
Yeah, again, we do typically try to go out of our way not to give you what every other fucking station
Right.
you turn on gives you.
That's the point, right?
Yeah, unless it's something monumental that you can't avoid talking about.
Well, yeah. So that, if it's okay with you, that brings me into a big one that I wanted
Sure.
to talk about. But the Chris Rock slap. When we talked about
Yeah.
the Chris
Yeah.
Rock slap, that I felt like that was a big deal, and I felt like we were in time with the news. You know, we were actually reporting on some shit that was just happening. Like, yo, everybody, Will Smith just slapped Chris Rock. It's crazy. Go watch the clip now. Bah.
In the same vibe, the way that we ruined Spider-Man for everyone.
Oh yeah, no, we did that the day after Spider-Man came out. We had a show.
Listen, that was such a okay. No, I should feel bad about that, but I saw the movie, so I don't feel bad. I wasn't the one getting spoiled. It wasn't me, so I don't feel bad, and that's bad of me. That's a bad thing of me to feel, but
So,
it's true.
I remember the Chris Rock one. That was the day. It was a Sunday that happened. The Oscars were on a Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was literally the day after that happened. So everyone was talking about it all morning.
Yeah.
And we all kind of came in with the thought of well, we're gonna have to talk about this. You can't not
Right.
talk about this. This is
Right.
a fucking major news story.
Right.
To the point where I didn't have time during the day, but as soon as I got to the studio, I cut the audio from the Chris Rock slap so we could play it back on air.
Yeah.
It's it was in real time. We were trying to get that shit as quick as possible.
Right.
So we have had a couple reporting current story when not East Palestine, but there was another something in Cleveland, like a building exploded in Cleveland.
It was right by me. There was a factory. I think it was like some kind of vehicle factory or some tire factory or something like that.
I think it was a tire factory. Yeah,
exploded. And it was literally like 15 minutes from my house. I remember on the drive to the show, I saw like the smoke.
I think we saw it too.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I remember that.
Yeah, so like there have been instances where we report on real time.
We do that shit. Yeah, no, it's just fun that like I don't know, like something like that was like really big and it was very top. Like like you said, we try to pick good topical shit.
Yeah,
and like that was super. I don't know. Everyone was talking about it, and it was fun to talk about the Will Smith slap. I enjoyed that a lot.
Every so often we do like I don't know what you'd call them, an oddball show, something like that. So like not like the remote shows, but we've done the Styleverse with Jeb and the boys, where we just play AI Dungeon, or we've done like specialty shows and things. I guess conspiracy season kind of falls into that too, not for like a good reason. Like it sucks that we had to do it, but one of my favorite shows we've done is the Trevor Moore tribute show, just because it was cool that we played all the fucking Whitest Kids skits and only Trevor Moore songs through it. And it didn't get taken down, surprisingly. We didn't get copyright for that, so like that's cool.
Hell yeah.
You want to play another voicemail real quick before we go to break here? I know we got a couple to get through and not a whole lot of time in the hour. So
hi, this is Eddie Greer from The Days. Just wanted to say my favorite part of this show in the past 4 years is when you guys played The Days. I just love that band. The Days. And yeah, no, I mean, I like the other music too. But I really like that Days band. All right. Love you. Bye.
I love you, Eddie. Yeah, shout out to The Days who does our intro and outro. We've had a bunch of different fucking music on the show.
Yeah, we have. I was just thinking about Macho Man and his rapping.
Oh, yeah. Be a Man was our outro for a while.
His rapping career.
We had South
sick.
Park. We had Jacking It in San Diego.
We
yeah.
did.
Whacking It, sorry. We had Green Day as our intro, which was always a bitch. That would get us copyright striked right out the fucking bat.
Yeah. I was watching our Facebook Lives earlier today, and it threw me off because it started with and now the Rebel Radio Show.
Yeah. We had the feature presentation.
It was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I loved the feature presentation. That one was really good.
Should we bring back the feature presentation?
Dude, I'm down. I liked that one. I really liked Ghost Town too. During October. That
Got to give a shout out to Year of October for letting us use Wasteland as our intro as well.
Yeah, shout out Year of October.
Actually, real quick before we go to break here, I got a list of all the different guests and musical guests we've had on the show. So real quick before break, shout out to Jimmy Simonis, Josh McKipster, Evan, Sean B, Jake Underwood, Corey Roddick, Joe Chakai, Shaggy, Dreadlock Dave, Soggy Alien 22, Jetstar, Mo, The Grassman, Michael and Jeremy from Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast, Tim, the Scientologist, who I interviewed. Of course, shout out to The Days who do our current intro and outro, and Year of October as well for doing our Halloween intros for 2022? Something like that?
Yeah, 2022.
2022?
Was it? No, it was 2023. It was this past one, right? It was this past one, right?
Because we did Ghost Town, then
2022 was Ghost Town, and then 2023 was Year of October.
No.
Or am I mistaken?
Ghost Town was our outro. Year of October was our intro.
See, we don't remember anything.
Yeah.
You guys will have to let us know. 216-859-8699.
Has the new millennia been a total bummer? Has it been harsh in your mellow? Then you need canned air from the 80s. Pull out the pleather, fire up your Trans Am, and grab a hold of the freshest air you've ever tasted from 1983. Canned air from the 80s. Order now, supplies limited.
Hey everyone, this is a Shaney promo. This is Shaney's new promo for Off Air. I talk about things and you listen, and then more of it happens. Sometimes we talk about things that you like. Sometimes we talk about other things, and that's okay. Just continue to listen, and it will be fun. You'll have a good time. You'll be like, I'm really glad I listened to Off Air on StylesRubberRadio.com. It's very worth my while. It's very worthwhile. It's very worth my time. Yeah.
Everybody, this is the Pidge, and I'm here to tell you that I hate everything that you send me, but I love it at the same time because holy shit. That's all I gotta say to that. If you guys don't know me, I'm the Pidge, and I'm one of the members of the Styles Rebel Radio page. You probably won't hear me as much on the Rebel podcast because I'm away in Arizona, but every month I come out with the show. Submit your stuff into the Styles Rebel Radio Discord page under the Pigeonhole section, and it will be featured on the next show. Unless there's racial slurs. See ya.
Whoever's the owner of the gray sedan, you left the Rebel Radio show playing.
Hey guys, it's the Grass Man here checking in. Heard you guys were celebrating the 200th episode of the Rebel Radio show. Hey man, that's pretty cool. I like that. I had a fun time with you guys interviewing me and all that, you know, that was cool. I like that. Don't ask me how I got a hold of a phone, but I just wanted to say congratulations, and I hope to see you guys sometime in the woods here. That'll be cool. But hey, yeah, congratulations, all that good stuff. I will hope to see you guys again soon.
Listen, the Grass Man, on record, had 2 phones with him in the woods.
Oh, Orange Eyes himself.
The Grass Man is a busy man.
Do you guys remember the Grass Man having 2 phones?
Yes, I've kept in touch with him, dude.
Shane was going to teach him how to play Fortnite, remember?
Yeah, I taught him. He's good.
He's good. He's damn good.
Turns out he's a sweat.
Are they going to give him a skin?
Yeah, they're going to give him a skin.
Dude, if we get a Grassman skin in Fortnite.
Old Orange Eyes. Shout out Old Orange Eyes.
Shout out Old Orange Eyes and his vans out in the woods.
Thanks for calling in.
I'm looking through just some of our old shows here and the descriptions for them. Remember the ooze in the New York City subway?
Oh yeah, that just like dripped from the. It was like a corner.
Yeah, it was like under a vending machine, just coming from the corner.
Yeah, it was by like a vending machine or an ATM machine. Or something
ATM.
Like that.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's so weird. And it was right around when the Ninja Turtle movie was coming out.
We thought it was marketing.
Dude, sick marketing. Yeah.
There was the AI generated cryptid. Remember, you kept asking AI to generate an old lady, and it kept coming up this distorted cryptid creature.
The same. Yeah.
Did that have a name?
Yeah, it had a name, but I don't
remember it.
I'll try and find it here.
Yeah, I don't remember that name. Yeah, the bridge. Dude, okay. I remember talking about fucking raining fish in that place that doesn't fucking exist.
Texarkana?
I don't even want to say it.
Texarkana, who we have listeners from on record.
I don't even want to say it. New Mexitucky? Okay, sure. Cala New Mexitucky? Sure.
Loeb. Loeb is the AI cryptid, by the way.
Shout out Loeb.
Shout out Loeb and Xenu.
No shout out to Texarkana.
Shout out to Texarkana. Shout out to Davenport, Iowa as well.
Yeah, sure.
Why was it raining fish again?
Because that shit happens. Sometimes it'll rain frogs or fish.
Well, okay, hang on. We've talked about it raining fish.
Worms.
And worms.
And frogs.
And frogs.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. Sometimes in the precipitation process, what's it called when it goes back up from the grass?
Condensation. Evaporation.
Yeah, when it like evaporates up into the sky. I think it sends up, like, from the ocean, it'll send up fishies as well.
Now, I remember this conversation happening, and I still am not on board with it. I have never seen frogs and fish go up.
Yeah, because it happens in, like, the middle of the night.
That's not true!
It happens during the witching hour when everyone's
still not
asleep.
True.
Yes, it is.
I guarantee you 100 episodes you made the same argument, and I guarantee you 100 episodes I didn't believe it still.
During the evaporation process, the fishies and the frogs and the wormies get sucked up by the evaporation water, and they go up into the clouds, and they hang out up there.
It can't be true.
That is true. That's how it happens. How the fuck else would it happen, huh?
I don't know how it happens, and that's the issue.
No, I'm telling you, they get sucked up, and we don't see it because it's in the middle of the night, or if in the fishies' case, it's out in the middle of the water. No one's out there. No one's fishing at 4 a.m. during
What about fishermen?
They're not fishing during the witching hour. They're sleeping. Everyone sleeps during the witching hour. Everyone knows this.
You might call it the witching hour. I like to call it the fishing hour because that's when they're biting, buddy. So
Shit.
I don't even have to throw a line out; just scoop them right out of the air. It's the fishing hour.
Remember when we talked about daylight savings time is just for bugs?
Yeah, and it's still stupid, and we still need to outlaw it.
Just for bugs.
If you didn't listen to that show, daylight savings time was invented by a guy so he could catch bugs instead of going to work. He wanted an extra hour to catch bugs. That's a canon thing. That's a real story.
I don't remember too much of it, but that's because I don't subscribe to the Julian calendar.
You know we're not on the Julian calendar, right?
That's why I don't subscribe to it, buddy.
We're on the Gregorian calendar.
Same thing. Don't fucking subscribe to it, all right?
One of these days, we will make our own calendar.
I'm on the... Dude, I've already been there. I'm on the Shane Indian calendar.
Shane Indian. You want to give me another voicemail, Jules? I know we got a couple to get through here in this last segment, so let's rapid fire some voicemails.
Yeah.
Give me
do
5 seconds.
You better start
We've talked
counting.
about Jeff Bezos, a couple billionaires.
Yeah,
shit
his
like
cock
that a lot.
rockets.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, that's one of our episode titles. Is
It
Jeff
is.
Bezos' cock rocket.
It is.
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, buddy, here, wait.
Yeah, hello, this is the first person who was in charge of the first place that you was at with your show, and I just wanted to say you're welcome. Because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be doing all of the stuff that you're doing.
All right.
So,
So that was good.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So, thanks for that. That was awesome.
So, next one.
First off, I want to congratulate everyone at Styles Rebel Radio for making it to the 200th episode. That's awesome. You guys are doing great work and keep it up. And secondly, I have yet to find a better deal than 2 soups for $10 at the movie theater. It's unstoppable, and the quality is superb. Again, guys, keep it up. Keep up the great work, and I appreciate what you guys do. Awesome job.
That was Jimmy Simonis of the Sports Avenue podcast.
Oh, we got to bring that shit back.
Whoa, dude.
Does Jimmy know what show he's listening to? Two
No.
Soups wasn't us.
Two Soups
was you.
Listen, Two Soups is a part of the Styleverse, okay?
Is the Styleverse now just the incumbent of shows?
Yeah, I think it has to.
It is wild that like Pigeonhole started as a segment on the show. It was just kind of a thing that Evan did once,
Mhm.
and now that I don't even know, was that technically the first minicast or was Culturally Irrelevant the first minicast?
I think Pigeonhole might have been like first technically, or we did them
Well,
both.
reputation versus reality.
That doesn't count.
Whoa, yeah, where's
That
that?
doesn't
How
count.
come we don't
That's-
talk
that's
about
fine.
that
That's-
anymore?
hey, you know
that
what?
seems like a cool
No,
show.
it's not.
Man, I wonder who hosted that show and what happened with that? What was it called? Reputation versus reality?
There was like one episode where he bitched about the Beatles, and
yeah.
he was like, "All right, I'm good."
Yeah, I think we should bring that back.
You guys
Bitch about
remember?
other
You guys remember the
things.
time the Illuminati DM'd me?
That'd be a good show though. Bitching about music takes. That'd be good.
No one's ever done it.
I would like it. I'm just saying. I would like the Reputation versus the reality. Bring that back too, along with Sports Avenue podcast. Of course, hosted by Jimmy Simonis. Thank you for the call, Jimmy.
There's 50 episodes of it at stylesradio.com.
Yeah.
But I will say that's kind of cool that like we have spin-off shows and like sub shows now.
Yeah.
Because like the website just started as a place to put this essentially.
Right.
Before it was a radio show and it was just a podcast, we just kind of had to have a place to put it. So we made the website pretty much just as a homepage for the podcast. And now there's the Rebel Radio Show. You can get the podcast there. You can get Off Air and
Right.
Pigeonhole and Beyond Bounds. And the AIP is there. You can listen to all 50 episodes of the Sports Avenue podcast. Now you can get our fucking live radio there. You
Yeah.
get WSR radio and you get the Friday morning drive there now.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Friday morning drive.
Yeah.
It's expanding the Styleverse. What's
is.
Salty Gnome?
Yeah, Salty Gnome and Co.
Yeah.
put out the Friday morning drive every Friday morning here now at 7 a.m.
Yeah, shout out those guys, man. We love having more people and just, having a big
Yeah.
big crew over here. It's fun.
Yeah. Anytime we get the chance to work with other people, I think is cool.
Right. I agree. I agree.
I went back and listened to the Christmas special. What was your first show?
Yeah, I was just talking about that. That was my very first episode. Yeah.
How is that for you to think about now?
I've listened back to it before. I haven't listened back to it like semi recently,
Mhm.
but I have listened back to it. It's really interesting. I don't know. I didn't think that like this would become of much of anything. I was just enjoying the time that I was there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's really cool now to have 2 shows. I've had 2 separate shows now, and 3 technically counting this.
Yeah.
So like, it's cool that to be a part of this. It's fun. I enjoy. I've talked about it a million times, but I enjoy doing this, and it's a fun thing to be a part of, and I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that I got to join the cast and crew.
Well, because I remember, I was just talking about this the other day, maybe with Evan, but it's a cool story of how we really didn't talk much for like a couple of years.
Yeah, we were like good friends in like elementary school. We were like, really good friends in elementary school, and then we just didn't talk
Life
much
goes on,
right.
through high school and shit. And like we didn't talk much, and then I don't know when or why there was the apartment below me. I lived in a duplex.
Mm-hmm.
Was the guy below me moved out?
Yeah,
and I had posted on it because I wanted someone that I knew to buy it or start renting it, just so I didn't have to deal with an asshole who lived downstairs.
Yeah,
and I think it's you still had me on Snapchat or something like that.
Yeah,
and you was like, "Hey, can I come take a look? What's the deal with this? How much is rent or whatever?" And you and a couple of the other buddies that we both mutually know came out and looked at it, and I guess we just like started shooting the shit from there about because we used to do a journalism class together in high school.
Yeah, we did senior year was like we hung out a lot. I feel like in school because we had journalism, and then we had astronomy, and then we had board game club. Board game club was the shit.
That's right. We had board game club.
That was so fun.
Don't we sound cool?
Yeah, board game club was the shit. All right, that shit was so fun.
Dude, I kicked anyone's ass in Seven Wonders.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So like, I don't know how the conversation got started, but it got brought up like if you ever wanted to do like writing or like creative writing or shit for the site to come on and do that, and then. Like, 2 weeks later or something like that, we did the Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be, if I remember correctly, it was me, Jules, Sean, Jimmy, and I think Corey Roddick was supposed to be our fifth, and he was under a no-compete with iHeart, so he couldn't come on air. And that was like day of, and I'd called you to see if you wanted to come on, and we did that show. And then I remember, like, literally after we did the show and everyone left, having the conversation with Jules of like, hey, what do you think about having Shane back on? Because like it just felt good,
Yeah, I enjoy doing it, man. It's fun. I enjoy shooting the shit with you guys, talking about fun things. It's fun to bring in these topics and talk about shit with you guys.
And now we're bringing back Culturally Relevant.
Yeah, baby, it's back. Welcome.
201's not happening. Show's going to switch to Culturally Relevant next week.
Everything coming out in April. Right now. Dune.
Dune.
Dune's already out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, check back next month.
Yeah, I guess.
What's we got another voicemail over there?
Yeah, we got one more.
All right, fire it off.
Hey guys, this is Jake Underwood. You're able I'm on off air, and I just wanted to say congrats, and I wanted to ask, hey, do you guys remember when we had the AM show? Because everybody was mad, and by everybody I mean Tim the Toolman Fuckboy was upset because the show was too loud, and he was trying to play with tools in the one studio, and then we played with keys, and we played with a basketball. Do you guys remember that? All right, congratulations.
Thanks, Jake.
Can I just say, since that was the last one, I love the sound effect.
Do you remember those?
I don't remember that, but that's you.
Yeah, that's
Our
me.
commercials, right? It used to end with that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we used to do when we do the commercials of the game shows and shit. It was I needed a transition effect, and I couldn't find. That was what I had in my head.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anything that sounded like it. And I'm like, whoosh transition, swoosh noise.
Yeah.
And I found all these different things, and I couldn't. I'm like, I'm just gonna make it. So I literally just like went whoosh in a mic and then sped it up a little bit. So it's like super windy, and you can tell. But
That's awesome.
yeah,
No, I like it.
That was our in and out for a lot of things, even
That's
to the point
funny.
where like if I go back now, like when I do the podcast for this, I'll probably throw in some old spots we did, like Boris excavating and shit.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be tagged on the end of it, and I'll have to.
2007 Vapor Stick.
It's 2007 Vapor Stick, freeze dried vibes.
Yeah, freeze-dried vibes. Yeah.
But if anyone doesn't know, because I know we've accumulated just like random listeners here and there from all over throughout the year, so like I'm sure there are people that don't know the lore going in.
You have
What are
to.
doing? No,
You have
we're
to know the
going-
lore.
You don't know
don't
about
you?
Jeb and the boys.
Do your research.
Come on.
Start with episode 1.
Don't start like episode. I don't know. What's that one there? 65.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
That one's got
Yeah.
Mitt Romney in it. I don't know. Start with 62. The Illuminati DM me. That's a
Yeah.
good starting point.
Yeah.
We'll find a canonical start. We'll make a new canon of what's canon and what's not in the Rebel lore.
Yeah.
MCU timeline for WSRR coming out next week.
You can make spin-off episodes, one-off episodes that aren't in the lore.
Yeah, it's not in the lore. But for anyone that doesn't know, like this got started because, like Jake was saying, we were on air at another station and we kept having issues because when our show was on, we had a 5-hour show. When our show was on,
it's a long show.
It's a
It
terribly
was.
long show.
It was
and like
Wednesday, middle of the week.
doesn't even sound good.
Yeah.
So like the studio that bordered ours was a television studio,
Mm-hmm.
and no one was there at night.
Mhm.
So like there shouldn't have been any problem, like using the studio wise.
Right.
But they decided to start doing construction on the television studio only during our show. So
And
we'd be on
only
air.
on the wall
Nice.
that we shared.
Yeah, so we'd be on air and you hear saws and drills and shit going on, people hammering. And so, you know, we'd kick the wall and throw things and we'd make signs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that just kind of kept escalating until they started renovating the studio. They took the ceilings out, so everything echoed through the hallways.
Nice. Good for radio.
Yeah, right? Real good for radio.
Yeah.
To the point where it was literally a bit about the McRib, and I was yelling, and they thought there was a fist fight going on in the studio. So they kicked open the door while we were on air and said, suspend the show, stop the show, halt the show, take it off. That's where the intro comes from. But yeah, no, we got thrown off air for doing a bit about the fucking McRib. Also, the McRib's about to come back next month, I'm pretty sure.
I just saw there's an episode where we talked about the McRib coming back.
Yeah.
It's like we talk. It comes back all the time.
It's terrible every time,
It's not
too.
good. I've never liked it. I don't think I would ever try it even. It doesn't look
Do you
appealing.
like the McRib?
I have not had the McRib in
Don't.
a very long time.
I don't think I've ever.
But
I don't
I would try it. Next time it
I don't
comes
think
back
I
around,
would.
I think I might.
I don't think I would. McDonald's is doing a new like anime collab right now.
My Uwu McNuggets.
Yeah, dude, the Uwu McNuggets.
Yeah.
I tried the sauce. I tried the anime sauce.
How was the anime sauce?
It was okay.
Did you Uwu?
It was a little spicy.
It was spicy?
Had a little kick to it, you
It's
know.
just sriracha on your ramen? Is that what
Pretty
it was?
much. Sriracha on my ramen nuggets.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It was good. So yeah, that's my McDonald's story. Fuck the McRib. I'm team fuck the McRib. I
Team
don't like
fuck
it.
the McRib. Team
Yeah.
fuck the royal family. We've talked about that a lot.
Hey, don't bring that up. All right, after the whole thing with the Queen, we don't bring that up anymore.
That thing you did?
That's called
That
one
thing
down.
that I didn't do. Okay.
Allegedly, hypothetically, if I were to,
Yeah.
if I did it, as OJ would say,
Yeah,
if I were to do it.
If I did it, but I didn't.
We talked about Helen Keller being racist. I don't remember Helen Keller being racist.
Yeah.
What does that episode entail? I remember we don't believe in Helen Keller.
Yeah,
I
Helen
don't-
Keller's not real.
There's no way that she
Helen
could have
Keller's
done-
fish got too big.
There's no way that she could have done everything that she had
Well, yeah,
done.
they said Helen Keller flew a plane, and like
Yeah.
that's where that draws the line for me. I don't think she did. I also thought about this the other day, and this kind of ties into it. There's a certain level of vision where you're legally declared blind, even though you're like not blind.
Yeah.
Was Helen Keller just legally blind, and like we didn't have as good of LASIK technology back then?
Yeah.
Maybe she just tricked us.
I feel like she
Yeah.
just had some blurry vision.
Yeah, just everything was really fuzzy all the time, so
Yeah.
she could see, but like not that well. But wasn't she deaf too?
Yeah, she was probably like.
She was she was definitely at some kind of disadvantage. I don't think that she was flying planes though.
Yeah, I don't think she flew a plane. I don't think that happened, and I won't be told it did. Was that SpongeBob Not Safe for Work episode?
Oh yeah, we talked about the dirty SpongeBob stuff that
Yeah.
they drew on the back of the door, and then they would hide it from the yeah.
Which, by the way, 2 audio clips as a little update. 2 audio clips from the Sailor Mouth episode got leaked.
Oh really?
Of Tom Kenny saying "blow me," and
That's
then
funny.
there's the one that's I think it might just be like "fuck you" or something like that.
That's
There's
funny.
2 clips from the swearing episode that got leaked.
I love that. That's something else that we talked about. It's like leaked things or
Lost media.
and stuff like that.
I don't know if you know this.
Well, I know it. I'll tell you that I do know what you're gonna say.
I don't
but
think you do.
Go for it.
Not a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's little known.
So Shrek.
Okay, the 2001 animated movie.
Right.
You're talking about
With Mike Myers.
Yes, of course.
Right.
I know. How could I forget?
Wasn't initially supposed to be with Mike Myers.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Chris Farley.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's interesting. I would like to do more research on that. I would hope that there's some kind of footage, some testing footage of this. You know that.
I sure hope this doesn't awaken anything in you, Shane.
I wasn't even that excited when it all got leaked because we talked about it, like because that the horse was so dead and beaten.
There is definitely.
I was just like, okay, finally.
There was definitely a stretch of like 5 shows we did in a row where that got brought up in at least 3 of them.
Hey, it was interesting. It was very interesting when I first found out about it, and I love Chris Farley. And those are my only 2 arguments. Other than that, it was a bit egregious.
Well, we talked about Lost Media, and we talked about that, right?
Yeah. That's definitely where it started.
And then
That
I think we
SpongeBob
just
movie.
kept talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, My Day with SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
still like that.
Because
That
we talked
is
about
one of the
Sponge
few.
Boy, because he was originally named Sponge Boy, and
Yeah.
there was like a pencil, or there's like a pencil company or a mop company or something.
So the story is that his name was Sponge Boy, and they had to
Sponge
change
Boy,
it.
me Bob.
The legal department said they had to change it because there was already something named Sponge Boy, and
Yeah.
they thought it was a mop or something named the Sponge
Yeah.
Boy. And like it took them 25 years to find out what it actually was, and there was a line of pencils that had Sponge Boy advertised.
So weird.
Yeah.
So strange. Imagine if it would have been called Sponge Boy. That would have been cool. Sponge Boy, me Bob.
Sponge Boy, me Bob. That's why they do that. As a nod to that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I haven't seen SpongeBob in a long time.
I have
the first 2 or
never
3.
seen SpongeBob.
I want to watch all the.
That's my.
Style got me all 4 seasons, the first 4 seasons. Which
No,
are
all
like,
4. All 4, the only ones that matter.
Yeah, those are the only ones
Yeah.
that matter. That's what I was going to say. Those are the only important ones of the SpongeBob show.
The SpongeBob Show.
That's what it's called.
I was drinking fucking water, and Shane busted out the SpongeBob Show.
That's what it's called.
So casually.
That's what it's called. The SpongeBob Show featuring SpongeBob.
Do you like Squidward?
I mean, he's okay.
I mean, you should check out the show called SpongeBob. Then he's in it.
Oh. He's not in the SpongeBob Show. He's not in the SpongeBob Show.
They have a spinoff called like the Patrick Show, though, don't they?
Mm-hmm. It's literally called the Patrick Star Show.
Is it good?
It's like no.
Oh, okay.
It came out within like the last 3 years, I think. So, not good. We've talked about the dark web a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have.
That's always a fun one, and it's like because the thing is, it's like
We talked about the 200 frozen heads. Sorry, continue.
wait, the 200 frozen heads.
Yeah, there are 200 frozen heads found, and we argued if they were attached to bodies or not.
I don't
But yes,
know
we
that.
talked about the dark web a lot.
No, I just hope that those heads are found. I hope that they put them back on the bodies.
Well, listen, we've also talked about someone that found human remains in their Amazon box. Amazon got in trouble for shipping human remains. And we've also talked about Facebook meetups to sell fingers. And a Facebook meetup to take someone's leg off.
What the fuck's going on Facebook? We've talked about Army Hammer.
We've talked about Army Hammer eating people.
Eating people.
Yeah. Listen, we've talked about a lot on the Rebel Radio
That's
Show.
what I'm saying. There's a lot of shit that we've talked about.
There's a lot of shit we've talked about. And there's probably going to be a lot more we talk about. We've got at least 3 more shows in us. So, like...
Just a couple.
Come on. Can't ask for much.
So, like, stick around. 216-859-8699 is the number to text in. You got another hour on the Rebel Radio Show. Of course, the Rebel Podcast is out every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. You can get all of our great content that we talked about at stylesrebelradio.com. Go back and learn the lore. I don't know, what did we say? 62? 62 is where you can start listening.
About.
Let's just start with 62.
Yeah.
We'll start with the... What was the... It wasn't the episode after. Maybe like 2 episodes after the Christmas episode was when you started.
Yeah, probably about 2 or 3 episodes after is when it's like officially started.
So find the Christmas special, go 2 episodes later, That's the canon start point now of the Rebel Radio Show. So technically that means we're under 200 episodes.
Damn it.
So we probably should have just talked about AI and Bitcoin schemes and Earth 2.
Earth 2, I
And
forgot
Earth
about
2.
Earth 2.
Yeah.
That's probably what we should have spent today talking about instead, since we're not actually at 200 now.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Grassman and all the other people that called in and left us messages, or if you join the Discord server, you can do that, stylesrebelradio.com. I know we got to get ready to go to break, but 216-859-8699 is that number if you want to text in. The phone lines stay open, just like WSRR Radio. It's live 24/7, 365, playing the best variety of local, underground, independent music. We're nationally local. Your local bands played worldwide. StylesRebelRadio.com is the homepage to get to the radio station, as well as all of our other shows that we have there. Of course, the Rebel Radio Show becomes the Rebel Podcast every Wednesday, 10 a.m., all 200 episodes of them, available on Spotify, Pandora, Google, TuneIn, Apple, Amazon, anywhere you get podcasts, you get the Rebel Podcast, but at StylesRebelRadio.com, you also get off-air.
Hey, hey, hey.
Pickle Neck.
Hey, hey, hey.
You get pitch.
I love Pickle Neck.
You get the Pigeonhole and Beyond Bounds, the AIP, all 50 episodes of the Sports Avenue podcast. Strictly Stritch, a whole bunch of other stuff, as well as showtimes for all of our shows, like the Rebel Radio Show, off-air recasts, Pigeonhole recasts. You get the Friday morning drive at 7 a.m. now. It's all there at StylesRebelRadio.com for more information. You can go there or visit us on Discord. The link to it on the website as well. Until next time, I've been Radio's Rebel DJ Style. To my right is Shani.
Bye, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Adios.
Peace.
Drown them all.